friends, and welcome to a brand new video of 2021. Now, this is a very special video because I really am looking forward to doing this. As you can guess by the title, yes, it is me trying to do a cosplay of the 10th Doctor. I will do the price ups towards the end of each pricing, and I will locate each listing and I'll put them in the link in the description below so you guys can order them if you so wish to. But I will say, as the time of recording, most things are still in stock, but the shoes are very hard to find now, especially the cream ones. Anyways, so here's how it's going to go. We're going to talk about the suit, like what suit it is and how much it came to. Then I'm going to do a fit, like I'm going to put them on, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the pros and the cons about the suit. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to talk about the shirts. Now, for the blue suit, the Doctor wears a light blue shirt, almost a white colour, and occasionally the blue shirt, aka this one. Now, that's due to natural lighting, and that is also due to the episode idea and all that nonsense. And we have a normal standard white shirt. Now, it doesn't matter which white shirt you go for, but for accuracy, and you want to go for more of a Tennant look, I would technically say the blue shirt because it's more fitting. But if you want to go for an almost white look, just go for a normal white shirt. But over time, it will get darker as you wear it, and of course, we'll need washing. This is one I usually use when I went to school. It still fits actually, and I use this for the 11th Doctor cosplay for Instagram and of course my episodes. Anyways, so then I made two shirts. Now because this one's my new shirt, this is the one that I personally go for because it brings me close to the blue suit variant. But it's also used for the brown suit, believe it or not, which will be another video for another day. So these two shirts will come again in the brown suit video when the brown suit turns up. So yeah. Now we're going to talk about the tie. Now the tie is very, it's very Pacific. You've got the stripy tie. You've got a what else? A floral tie, and you've also got the Ricky tie. Now, things like that are so damn well expensive, especially for a 10th Doctor tie. Now here's my solution. Just find any burgundy red tie with like blue stripes or like dark black stripes on that has been seen in the episodes. Now there is like several ties that have been used. For me, because I went to school, like most people do, I still had my old school year 11 tie around, and it's a good job I did because this is what I can get away with using because it has got purple stripes on, but it's not got stripes all over. But this is definitely what I would go for. It's a cheaper option unless you want to fork out at like 30 quid or nearly some. I think it's like $45 in US. For a 10th Doctor tie, you're gonna be asking for daft money, but that's for all the Abbey shot and all that. This is the cheapest costume that's ever been put together, and that's using eBay, the power of eBay and the power of home materials. So if you've got an old burgundy red tie with stripes on it, preferably like blue, or you can get a swirly tie, just go for that because I mean it's a tie. It does the job of trying to resemble a 10th Doctor, but it's not bright red. You don't need a bright red tie, that's completely wrong. It's like more of a wine red, like a dark wine red. It's burgundy red, let's just say that. So you can tell. Okay, so this is what I go for. Now I will put the shirts on. In fact, I'm going to put I'm going to put this blue on because that's what I want to go for, because that's me now. I go for that shirt. This also goes for an 11th Doctor cosplay for the sound like one anyways, can't remember the story. But that's another story for another day. Okay, so before we do this, I'm going to talk about the pinstripe. So the pinstripe suit is from eBay. I'm going to talk about the trousers first because this is the first problem with the trousers. Now, because you get this from China, right, or wherever you can order it from, there will be a lot of inaccuracies going along with this costume. I'll tell you that now. You can immediately tell. But if you don't care for inaccuracy, then you just go for it. This cost me just short of £50, UK pounds. Dollars, I think it's about $60, $70. I'm sure. I'm not sure actually. I'm just estimating this. But this is using, as you can probably tell if I hold it to the light, the pinstripes are a lot more visible, and they are in the wrong colour. They are supposed to be in like a red colour, like a rusty red. But of course, this is eBay. You're talking daft ways of cosplaying, and yeah. So, and another thing is, when you buy it, if you're a size small, just like me, you will have to get these tailored up to properly. Well, I've got these tailored up so you can't really tell it's been tailored. I mean, you just can't. But if I open it up on the inside, it has been pinned up because it was far too long for my liking, and it looks far too wafty. So I got them tucked up a tiny bit, so it fits me better and more comfortably, and not having to tread on the backs, because you don't want to do that. And it wants to pretty well fit. Now, I will say, for me, I will have to wear a belt because I'm pretty skinny, skinny. These are not adjustable by any chance, sorry. But if you have got a belt, I know somebody, I knew somebody who used a dressing gown belt to keep the trousers up. For me, I just use an ordinary black elasticated belt, which is this one. You won't see it, so that's something. But if you've got the same colour, if you've got something the same colour as this blue, just go for that, just to disguise the fact that you're wearing something around it. It helps. Chintzy, shall I say. But it's strong enough to hold, it's pretty tight, but I do have, but it does come with a couple of loose threads, but it is fixable, if you know what I mean. You get stuff like that, but that's from when you get loose threads. All you do is you try and push the high point to the middle, and you don't want to cut it off, because then you're screwed. But if you cut it, you don't want to do that. But if you don't cut it, you'll be able to put it back into place. I mean, I had the problem on my sleeve, and now it's no longer there. In fact, you can see where the head was. It was there, but now it's not. So it is fixable. It's only daft little marks here and there. So if you're going to have sharp objects around you, just be careful, okay? But it is strong enough for you to wear, and it's pretty strong hold. As for the back, it's got this belt looking thing, which looks absolutely brilliant. It is folded to make it look like it is a separate piece, but in fact it's not. On the pocket here, you have your accurate pocket. The pocket's actually accurate. You've got the flap here. It's usable. It's a usable pocket. But speaking of pockets, these pockets down here are just faux pockets. These flaps are just fake. They're there as should, because you're not really supposed to use these pockets, but even though the 10th Doctor did. Now, as for the sleeves, there is no buttons on the sleeves, even though they are supposed to be about three on each side. But because on the eBay suit you get black buttons, I'm forking out for some 3 black buttons for each sleeve, and it'll look a bit more, non-odd, shall I say. You do get 4 black buttons, but I will say you will have to expand these slots a little bit, just so you can get the buttons in. And then of course the buttons are only tacked in, so you'd have to go over with a needle and thread to make sure there's strong hold. Because I know somebody who has the brown suit, who buttons fell off and had to do the same thing. So it is padded on the shoulders as well, so you got like that padded look. So yeah. So now let's move on to the jacket, shall we? The coat. So here is the coat. Immediately you can tell it's not the right colour. It's slightly bright. In fact, it's more like well, it's bright enough. You can tell it's what it's meant to be. It's pretty hefty. It's actually a similar material to the blue suit, but it's more strong. It's actually more strong and durable. It's got the flutes at the back, but it is like done in a way so it's not actually visible to your trousers, which is alright. I mean, it's somewhat, I suppose, but it does have this. I like it because when you bend down, you got that like 10th Doctor look thing. Again, as for the shoulders, they are padded, but with more of a memory foam padding. The sleeves do not have buttons. I don't think they did. I'm not 100% sure about that. Sorry. It does have pockets. Again, the pockets are slightly inaccurate. They are supposed to have flaps on, but again, this one is eBay. But they are pretty big. They are pretty deeply, and as you can tell, the lining is black, not blue. It's just black. There's no inside pockets, so you basically get what you pay for. Basically, this cost me about £40. In UK, in dollars, estimated about $50. 50 to 48. I'm not sure. Again, it's just estimations. But the buttons are plastic, and these are really well put in place. They are not tacked on. It's actually stitched on like they should be, and you do have the same amount on the other side. You don't need to worry about making the slots bigger on this because it does work, even though you're not really supposed to fasten it. But I fastened it because I tried to do the caretaker scene. But yeah, it is pretty hefty. This for what I expected. Now, my mate recommended this to me, and I'm pretty happy I've got this. And if he ever sees it, I don't think he'll see this video, but if he ends up seeing this video and he's got another account, also I want to say thanks for recommending this. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So, final thing is the shoes. Now, one of the most iconic pieces to the costume. Now, I will bring up the cream ones in a minute. Now, these are Converse. Now, the laces are going red. Oh, is that just the lighting? No, yeah, it's just the lighting, sorry. These are real Converse. I believe so anyways. I did get them checked out, and they're real as I can think. But yeah. So these are a size 6 because I'm a size 6. Just remember that, alright? Now, there's a lot of hit and miss with the shoes. Sometimes some of these are stitched on, some of these are actually printed on, and these are accurate to the 10th Doctor ones. Is the fact that in the show, in the Poison Sky, you'll see this. It's more diluted and more rubbed off from overuse. So that is to be expected with these. So it is accurate to the 10th Doctors. This is not bright red. Now, loads of people get confused with the shoes. It's not bright red, it's wine burgundy red. This is the type of red. It's similar to the tie, but it's just slightly brighter, just an inch. But it is screen accurate, I should say. And as for wearing them, you do not put the laces onto the top loop. I know some people don't actually clarify this, but I've been looking on Google Images and clarifying it myself, and you do not put them on the top loops. It goes on the second to top. The reason is for more use and more flexibility when it's tied to your ankle, and to stop irritation, which is probably why David Tennant actually did that in the first place. So yeah, shoes. Now, speaking of shoes, I just got these the other week, well, other day, such as that I got the day before yesterday, but these I got the other day, like last week. Not last week, more like weekend, Friday, Saturday, one or two. And these are cream. These were the last cream Converse on the internet. Well, literally from everywhere. So I'm damn well lucky to get these. Now I know it's not full on accurate. If you know me off Instagram, you'll seen a picture of this. Again, the star logo is wrong. It is meant to be the same as a red, but again, it's the last ever ones. It's the only ones I could find. The black, where the black strip is, meant to be blue, and then at the back it is supposed to be the older logo opposed to the black ones. But again, it does look similar to the 10th Doctor's cream ones. Now, basically the cream ones are basically like this, but with, you know, obviously cream, red stripe thing, then of course a blue one down here, same logo, in my size. These are actually a size 7, and they're like clown feet, but it works very well, and I'm pretty glad I've got these. Now this cost me, here's a daft thing. This cost me just short of £20. So again, estimated dollars, probably about 30 to 40, one of the two. Depends on your size and colour as well. This cost me 20. These cost me, however, well, luckily my dad put towards 30 quid to these, and I paid the rest of another 30. So these came to 60 UK pounds. Yeah, it's daft. So yeah, these are the cream ones. I can't actually put these on yet. Well, I have tried them with the blue suit. It looks weird, but it does fit me well. I'll tell you that. It's got plenty of room, and it gives me, if I get cold feet, thick socks, shoes. In fact, they are near enough for my size. I mean, I fit in a size 6 and a 7 very well, so that's good. It's not every day you get to see that. Now this one's actually stitched on the logo, not printed. But again, it's the shoes I could only get, and I'm still glad I've got these either way, because it'll still look the part. It's still cream. Now, I was actually going to go for a white pair for that, and I was having a discussion with, if you remember Josh Pitt, I was having a discussion with him about it, and I asked him, look, do I get the white ones because I can't find any cream ones apart from them? They're the last resort. He said, no, do not get the white ones, that were never used in the show. And 20 minutes later, as soon as I ordered those shoes, he puts up a chart on Snapchat with all the shoes, and he went, oops, I'm sorry, I was wrong, lol. So, you can also use white ones as well, but Josh. But either way, I think I saved it. Well, it's a good job I saved it though, because it comes in handy. So, that's pretty much the shoes done and everything else. I'm now going to put this on. I'm going to show you what it looks like. But first it's going to be without the 10th Doctor trench, and then it's going to be with the 10th Doctor trench. So, here it is, the blue suit. Now, I will do a full pan out in a minute. But this is what it looks like from the back, you know, when you do that. Now, it is meant to be like a skin fit to him, to David. It's meant to be somewhat like that, you know, so you got like a full Doctor vibe. But for me, I've still got a bit going to doing this. But it still fits me very well. Like, I definitely look like the part. So yeah. Now, the top button on the blue and white shirt, you undo the top button. The tie can be slopped down a tiny bit, so it gives you a bit of leeway. And you can either be pulled to the side, like in a couple of episodes, or you can have it straight. Let's have a look. There we go. As for the jacket, you leave one button undone, but the rest of the 3 of the 4 needs to be done up. Or if you want to be classy, do a brown suit wearing. I think he does like both top and bottom, or he sometimes does 2 buttons undone occasionally. That's on, especially on the brown suit. I know that for sure. But this is yeah. You get the vibe. Anyways, with the trench, it will obviously make you look more 10th Doctor-y. I mean, You don't have to wear the trench, I'll say that now. It's just an extra I thought of thinking of doing, especially to complete the blue suit and the brown when I've got it. So, again, here it is. The sleeves are just about the right length, especially on the 10th Doctor, because it is slightly long for him. So, if you do that, it is technically the right size. It's, you know, you do that, you've got that flute there, and of course on the bottom half. And again, you can fasten it if you want to be like a caretaker, like, look, I got a brush. Oh, Clara. My name's John Smith. I got a brush. Alright, I'll stop doing that. But it also has, you know, your pockets, you know, if you want to be a vampire or something. And another thing is, if you like Supernatural like myself, I tried this out last night and it was absolutely fantastic. I will do a video on that though, a Castiel cosplay, because technically this jacket is similar to the one that Misha Collins wear, but it's slightly too brown, but it does work. So here is the rest. You can see Converse are on. When you have them on, the trousers and the Converse, they're somewhat tear at the back, which they're supposed to, but it's not supposed to be at the point where you're treading on them. You at least let it like go just above the logo of the All-Star Converse. You can do a swell, and you'll be like the 11th Doctor. I need to stop doing that. Or you can just, you know, like do your poses and all that. Or if you have pockets, you can do one particular thing. I don't have pockets, but this is what it would be like if I had pockets. Which I was thinking of doing for an Instagram pose, you know, which I've already took, so, yeah. So this is with the trench on, and this is without the trench on. Again, you've also got that split at the back on the jacket. Again, you don't need to worry about, you know, your waftiness, it's free movement. See? You can do anything, you can exercise if you wanted to. I don't think you'd do that actually. So yeah, that is basically how I cosplay the 10th Doctor. But there is also one more thing. Well, I say one more thing, it's more like two more things. The hair and the screwdriver, because that's one of the most useful things as a Doctor uses. So here is one screwdriver I use. Now, for more accuracy, I've used the Day of the Doctor sonic screwdriver core and the B&M sonic screwdriver grey-handled sonic, and switched the cores around. So I've got like a 9th Doctor-ish one, and I've got a proper, like a 10th one. And this one's using yellow core. This one's with the 4 sounds. You know, it's pretty. It does the job. Now, I'm used to using a screwdriver lefted because I've always done that ever since I was little and I've liked Doctor Who. And I'm more confident, you know, tossing a screwdriver at this hand than this hand. So here is two things that I use the most. The comb. This is actually a comb. It's not a knife, it's a comb, trust me. And this is styling wax. Now, ideally you want bedhead, and you also want the paste as well, but this is only for me training myself to do the 10th Doctor hair. I'm getting better at each time, sort of, but it is a very stubborn process, and I just dropped my pot. It is a very stubborn process of doing it. So, first you want to do is you want to get your comb. See, it is a comb. And you want to put your hair all the way down. Now your hair has to be at least eyebrow level or just above eyebrow. But I need a haircut so I can again do the 10th Doctor. But because I'm filming episode 2 still, this hair is staying as long as it wants to be at the minute. So it's still this long for filming. And you'll see I look like I'm starting to look like the Beatles or the 2nd Doctor. But yeah, so you want to do that, then you want to Make sure your hair can stick up. It's still got some of the wax left from last night when I was trying to do it. But you can see the shape. I'm getting like the Smith & Jones look now. And then you want to get your... It's supposed to be like fluffy. You're supposed to wash your hair. I did. But again, I put this on earlier on to practice for the video. And you want to put like a skin, more like a skin, more of a P shape. And then you want to separate into both hands, and then you want to go like that on the tip, just to help it stick together. Then you want to go from the roots. Again, you can have more if you want to. Ideally, it depends on what type of hair you have. Now, I do have wet lock hair gel, but that doesn't really work well. I've tried it. If you want to go for the wet look, again, I'm going for the roots, you know. Now, again, it's not 100% Temp Doctor hair because I'm still learning, but this is how I do it at the current time of recording. And of course, you can do the sides as well, just to puff it up a tiny bit. And again, if you want to do the back, you are supposed to do the back. And then you just put the back down like so, and then you just get your hair like so. It's taking shape. Okay, now just for this video purpose only, I know my hair is totally wrong, but it's closer to how I can get it before. So this will have to do just for the purpose of recording and a time, of course. Make sure you wash your hands when you're done. I forgot to do that, but I'm not also going to put the trench on right now. So you're pretty much set to go. Now, the tally of the costume is you've got the blue suit itself cost me about 50 quid, plus the coat another 40 actually.